What is up, you guys? It is Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about Mario Strikers Battle League. Guys, you guys actually received my last video pretty well, and I am very happy for that. So if this is your first time on the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and all of that. But today, we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit divisive amongst the community, like something that people are kind of unsure about right now, and that is the character roster. Because as you can see here, Mario Strikers Battle League actually has a pretty small, standard, basic roster. There's not many fun, interesting, unique, characters, Usually the older Mario Strikers games has those cool sidekicks, like Birdo or Hammer Bro or Boo or whoever, and they are not present this time around. Though, we do know that Daisy is most likely going to be in this game, so we know that roster isn't completely full. So looking at the roster, it looks like there are 6 open spots for 6 more characters to show up, and today I'm basically going to be saying the characters I would personally like to see, and that I think are likely to see. I will say before we start, this list was actually really hard to make. I had a really hard time picking 6 characters that are likely to show up here. Mostly because of how standard and basic that character roster is. Because there's quite a few characters missing that are pretty standard for Mario games that aren't here. Like just basic standard characters. So it's kind of hard to pick 6 characters because I knew that I would have to leave some out. But I know there's going to have to be the oddball unique characters, so it's a little hard. So this list might not be something everyone agrees with. So let me know your lists down in the comments down below. And without any further ado, let's get started. The first character I'm going to talk about is kind of the obvious one, Daisy. Daisy is like most definitely going to be here. I have no reason to believe that she won't be here. Many people believe that she was going to be an unlockable character, which to me doesn't really make sense because of the fact that Daisy isn't really like unlockable material. She's a pretty main character in Mario spin-off games. So I'm guessing they're still working with her model, kind of like they were with Mario Party Superstars, because they're trying to update Daisy's model to be more tan. And I think it's super cool. So hopefully they get that sorted out and get her onto the frickin' roster already. Alright, the next character I have is Birdo. Birdo used to be a sidekick in the previous Mario Sports titles. I believe she was in both the original Strikers and Charge, but correct me if I'm wrong there, I might be misremembering. But yeah, Birdo, again, is a pretty standard character to see in these games. I don't know why she wouldn't be here, but, she hasn't been seen yet. So hopefully we get some news of her arriving shortly. I will say, in terms of probability, I do think she's going to be on the more probable scale as opposed to the less probable, like some of the other characters on this list might be. So, yeah, hopefully we see Birdo make it in. Okay, I will openly admit, this spot is kind of cheating because I have 2 characters in one spot just because of the similarity of these 2 characters, and that is Boo/King Boo. I put King Boo in the spot, but Boo is possible as well. Boo was a sidekick, and I believe just Strikers Charged. Was not in the original game, but was in Charged. And I think Boo makes sense to be promoted to main character. Or, if not, King Boo. Bring in King Boo as a new character. This is Next Level Games, who are the developers behind the Luigi's Mansion franchise. Like, why not bring King Boo into this and have him be a main character in this game? I think that could be really cool, but we'll have to wait and see. I think the probability of Boo being a character is on the upper end of that spectrum, like towards the top. Not like as probable as Daisy and Birdo, but like just under. But for King Boo, I'm going to put King Boo in the lesser probable section just because when is King Boo ever playable? Literally just Mario Kart. So I'm going to put King Boo at the lesser end of the probable scale. Next up is Dry Bones. Now, I really had to think about this one because for me, it was either Dry Bones or Koopa Troopa in this spot. And there are solid reasons for both characters being there. But I ended up choosing Dry Bones. Honestly, I really don't know why. I mean, personally, I like Dry Bones more than just generic Koopa Troopa. I like having the skeleton. I don't know, I just like Dry Bones more. I can't really explain why. But like I said, he was a sidekick in, I believe it was just Charged. I don't think he was a sidekick in the first Mario Strikers game, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. But it would be super cool to see Dry Bones come back. And for Dry Bones' probability, I'm going to put him kind of in the middle. I'm going to put him in the middle because Koopa Troopa could also easily take that spot. So I don't think he's super probable or super improbable. I just think he's right dab in the middle. Next up is Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro was also just in charge, I believe. Again, I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments down below. But Hammer Bro is kind of a fun character. I find Hammer Bro to be a little bit quirky. Quirkier than just a regular Koopa Troopa. He's just kind of a fun character. And since he was playable in a Mario Strikers game before as a sidekick, I do think it would be cool for Hammer Bro to be promoted to a main team captain member. I don't really have much else to say about Hammer Bro. It would just be really, really cool to see him be playable, because I don't think he's playable in any of the other 2 Mario Sports games we have on the Switch, so it would be cool to see him playable here. I think his only playable appearance on the Switch in general is Super Mario Party. I think that's his only playable appearance on the Switch, so it'd be cool to get him here as well. For his probability, I'm probably going to put him just below the middle, like not middle of the road like Dry Bones, just a little bit less than that, because I do think that even though he was playable in Mario Strikers Charged, it's a little bit less probable here because of the fact that Hammer Bro definitely is a sidekick-esque character. So he's definitely a little less likely here, but I would really like to see him. So before we get into the final character, I do have some honorable mentions to say. The first one being Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong was, I believe, actually a captain in Strikers Charged. But I took him out of here just because of the size of the roster and wanted to include more unique and interesting characters. And obviously he's a monkey, kind of like Donkey Kong, so I just kind of want to keep him out. Diddy Kong's a great character, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Diddy Kong fans out there, but I'm not sure if he'll make it in. He's kind of middle of the road if you want to put him on this scale. He is kind of middle of the road, but yeah, I'm not sure if he'll make it in this time around. Next up is Pauline. Now, Pauline is obviously a new Mario character, very new to the series, to the franchise, and she has been playable in the other 2 Mario Sports games, so while it is possible she could come here, I personally just don't see it. She's a not a very new character, because obviously she's from the original Donkey Kong, but she's a newly popular character, very newly popular, and I'm not sure if they're going to put her in. I'm just not sure if they're going to put her Strikers by her, if you get what I mean. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. So I know a lot of people think she could be in. I'm going to put her at the lower end. I think it's probably not going to happen. If it does, then by golly, I'll be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see on that. The last character I'm going to have in the honorable mention section is Critter. Obviously, Critter was the goalkeeper in the previous installments, and a lot of people want him to be playable because Boom Boom took over his spot as goalie, and yeah, I'm going to put that way over in the most likely not going to happen, just because it's a very obscure character. He was a goalkeeper, that he didn't really even get to play as. He's not a real main character, so I don't think he's possible. So the last character I have here on my roster predictions is Bowser Jr. I personally think Bowser Jr., kind of like Daisy, is almost a given. I chose Bowser Jr. over Diddy Kong just because I think you see Bowser Jr. playable a lot more in Mario spin-off games. I mean, he's playable in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Diddy Kong isn't. And I don't really know about the other sports games. I don't remember Tennis and Golf's character rosters that much, but either way, I think Bowser Jr. is pretty safe to predict, and I do believe Bowser Jr. was playable in Strikers Charged, so we will have to wait and see on that. But that is it. That is my Mario Strikers Battle League character roster. Those are the characters I'm predicting to be playable in the game, whether it's day 1, these are the characters you get, or if they do post-launch support, or also, this is what I'm hoping, if they do a unlockable character system where you actually unlock the characters by playing the game, unlike Camelot here, where you have to wait, months and months and months for these characters to be slowly drip-fed to you. I prefer just being able to go in and unlock them by actually playing the game, but we will have to see. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, what your guys' predictions are in terms of character rosters. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. Hit that little notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload videos. And check out the merch store. There's some cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next video.